This video is for everybody who feels frustrated, especially lately when there is so much pressure from everywhere you look. And usually you look into your little box, which is called mobile phone, and there you see a lot of pressure. Once you turn it off, there is no pressure in your life, but we forget about that. We get very entangled in that story, and we are going to elaborate and discuss about this right now because we know there is nothing wrong with you. Because once you really switch that phone off, there is really calmness and peace behind that. So why not to try it?
We were mostly thinking about social media, right? The algorithms are feeding us with videos that are especially about improvement. Improving the way we look, improving how fit we are, improving our health, and staying away by all means from everything that is toxic and bad for us. And it's really creating a lot of pressure because it's so many things that are often also contradicting each other that you have no idea what to do anymore. And you as a sincere human are watching these videos and then you think, hey, okay, maybe I should really stop eating this. And then you see the next video and you hear that it's the most healthy thing and you should never stop eating it. What do you want to do? It's so confusing.
From the evolution's perspective, I think we are all very programmed to all the time invest into making ourselves better. Because in the past it was meaning that we will survive much longer, or we have much bigger possibility to survive in some environment. So we have to improve everything around us all the time. The brain just loves this improvement, loves transformation. But lately I am opening my Instagram or my social media and there is a lot of windows. Fix your posture, fix your muscles, do your face massage, and train your core, train your pelvic floor, and all of these offers which the algorithm considers that I have to improve about myself.
Or also there are things which are not telling you explicitly to change yourself or improve yourself, but you see all these super attractive people. Sometimes they're even AI generated, and you just start to have this view that this is what beauty looks like now, and this is how we all have to look in order to be meaningful or valuable in this society. And it also creates a subconscious pressure on us. Or you see how somebody has the perfect morning routine, you know, like, oh my God, I'm not doing that. I'm just sleeping, I'm snoozing.
Yeah, I was now watching this cooking show in my country, and there is this guy who has a schedule, and he has every hour of the day scheduled super well, and
It's my dream life.
Yeah, I know, you love that. And he is doing cold plunge, red light therapy, exercise, and so on and so on. And imagine a woman. I searched something on internet and there pops some window and it's like skincare routine for nowadays women. And they have like 7 or 10 different products which you have to apply on your face. Otherwise you get old and wrinkly. But we get old and wrinkly probably a little bit anyways. But why to do that? Because, for example, Kris Jenner from Kardashian show is absolutely like looking like a baby skin. But from her movement, from the pattern how she moves, she already moves like an older lady. She could never mask it, but we don't see that,
Who is creating this content? You know, like about facial massage and how you have to have a toned face. It's either women in their 20s or it's women that have extreme amounts of plastic surgery in their face. And then they show how they use those massaging tools. The gua shas are super trendy now. And then you think, oh my gosh, they have such a beautiful skin because they do this every morning. And they even sell it this way. Hey, my skin is this clean because of these tools. But it's actually plastic surgery that does it.
Yeah, we have other business from which we are creating, so that's why we know all about these massages and things, because we are kind of interested in these ancestral ways of living now, and we are
back to the roots.
Back to the roots. We are investigating that area. And in the past, for example, people were not having also eye problems this much. For example, we are sitting now in a nature which is about to burst in green and bloom, and birds are already getting ready to have babies, or the eggs first and then the little tiny babies. But you know, now we are sitting, it seems boring, but underneath everything, when we went for a walk with Ari last time, and I think she can be on a video now, I think we went for a walk and she was like playing with the dirt, and underneath the dirt were already little sprouts coming up, and we didn't even see it. You can't see it, but you know something is happening underneath the whole surface, right? It's like you decide to heal yourself, or you decide to change your life, or you decide to transform in some way. It's still undercover. Nothing's happening on the outside, but inside there is a huge transformation happening.
And you know, the innocent human mind doesn't really get the role that the algorithm is playing and us seeing these things, because what things do we like to comment, like, share, forward and save in our feed are things that we can change about ourselves. Oh my gosh, I just learned about this new diet that could completely change my life, so I have to better save it. Algorithm notices it and shares you more of these things. Creators notice what's popular, so they create more of these things. And it always has to be something sensational, you know? Every video has to go viral and has to be something, oh my gosh, you're killing yourself if you don't do this. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of just having more and more pressure on ourselves.
The pressure is incredible lately, and I just heard about a guy who is 125 days without any screens. No TV, no phone, no laptop, nothing like that. And he said that he's so happy to go to see Christmas tree lights, you know, or he's so happy to read some books because he misses it, and his dopamine level went so down that he very much recommends it to everybody, but not everybody can afford to do this, because we are in a digital age and we have to be in contact with these screens, and our eyes are constantly in contact with these screens, right?
125 days is really tough, especially if you're working and you have to work with these things. But I was once having like a little time off for myself. I booked me a nice hotel in Austria for 3 days, and I decided, okay, I'm just gonna put my phone aside. I'm not gonna read anything. I'm not gonna listen to any music, any podcasts, nothing. I'll just have quiet time, and the only thing that I'm allowed to do is journal. How I felt after these 3 days was like I was going on a vacation for 3 months. I felt so energized, so euphoric and happy. It's incredible what only these 3 days did to me. And I think this is something that we can all do, that we say, hey, I have a longer weekend now, maybe I just put everything aside. It's good to also go away from your home, go somewhere else, and you can feel so renewed, so refreshed. I don't really know what it is, but it's like a rehabilitation for us in this day and age. And 3 days were absolutely powerful. This morning we were listening to Greg Braden and how he was talking about the heart and our innate power and intelligence. And Petra and I have been working with these HeartMath coherence sensors for the past few weeks. And there were also a lot of teachings about the heart and how powerful it is. And we were experiencing firsthand by doing these coherence exercises how our coherence of the heart and brain changes by just changing our breathing through our heart, having some elevated emotion. And Greg Braden was saying a 3 to 5 minute exercise can then expand the powers of your heart for up to 6 hours during your day. And that's exactly what I felt, and I talked about in the last video about the HeartMath coherence sensor. I said I had this expansive feeling in my chest, and it just lingered with me for hours. And even though I was then going into negative topics and things that dragged me down, the chest was still like open and the heart was still very activated and coherent, and I could feel it. And this power is what we want to reactivate and live from this state, because we think differently, we act differently, we feel differently. Our whole life changes when we live from the heart and not from the brain. And for me, it was always so difficult to do this. It took me until I was 22, 23, that I could open my heart for the first time, that I could feel any sort of feeling in my chest. And now we have this tool And even though we have been doing the Dr. Joe's work for 7 years, I have never really seen it as being this simple and this fast to connect to our heart and live from that state.
I know that it's for you who are dealing with everyday things in the world a little difficult because there is a war going on and there is like these files released which we've already talked about, and now even my mind is wondering, I can't understand how these innocent people or these victims are not heard and not listened to, and these people are released and being free and being billionaires again, and how we are anyways all going to work to produce something, and this is the system basically supports these people in power and still they continue with whatever they want to do. And
really weird.
It feels to me sometimes quite like a lost battle, but I don't know about you. Can you share your comments about your views about these things? Because maybe I need a little inspiration from you too. How are you dealing? I know that we can say, oh, this is not concerning me, this is not my thing, this is not my thing. But when we are going to close our eyes in front of everything in our community, we are going to be all like pretending that it doesn't exist, these things. And I feel that there is no justice now, there's no the truth which we all crave and want to see, because there is so many influences on so many things which are extremely connected, which we don't even know how they are connected. So now I don't even believe what is being presented to me. I haven't believed anyways, never really fully, but I feel that we are being basically manipulated into hating Russia, loving Ukraine, and we have no idea. We have no idea what these people are preparing for us. Why do they want us to feel this way? For example, here in Europe, it's a big thing, and they want to kill Trump and kill Putin. These people, and they are very nice old ladies, and they can be extremely on fire and start to talk about how they want to see Trump dead. And I feel that it's extremely violent what they are expressing, and it's extreme amount of hate.
It's incredible that this could be put into the everyday human's mind.
And I feel also that this is exactly feeding something in us. If we feel these emotions, if we are supporting the dark side, who is going to benefit from the dark side? They want us to feel, I don't know who is, if it is they or them, you know, or my mom today said, hey, there's chemtrails all the time. We have to put some vinegar on the garden so it's going to evaporate and we have some more sun and stuff. You know, people are still having so many stories about what's happening in the world and so on. I believe that there could be something true about it, of course, but how to get out of this all is that just remember that you are a divine being. And you are so divine, and we are all so divine that we don't have an idea how divine we are. And that's why some power wants us to be controlled. We just are programmed to be controlled and manipulated, because when we are confused with all of these things happening and with all of this information we have to do about our body to feel good, and about the world, on one hand there is the files released, there is the person, the Epstein, found somewhere in Europe, how he's like basically walking in the streets, and then there is a war in you know, now we have friends who live in Dubai and we have friends who live in Qatar, and we don't even know why is this happening and who wants still more, you know. So I believe that we really have to reprogram us back to what we are, like remove all these layers which we were taught to believe, and go back to the heart, go back to the simplicity, ordinary life. Look at the trees, look at the sun, close your eyes and connect to your heart. That's all you have to do. Turn off your, you know, your social media, everything, and just connect to your heart.
3 to 5 minutes a day.
Please share your opinions and share your ideas about what's happening now and how you are keeping yourself balanced and harmonized, because this is how you contribute to the uplifting mood and energy in a planet.
This is the beautiful thing. We don't have to do something for the whole planet to change the world. We can just start here, and this is going to have the biggest impact. Because this is what we can all manage. Thank you so much for being with us today. Don't ever forget that you're unlimited. And if you would like to share some more time with us, we also have this video here for you next.